The news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Turtola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. The BVI Health Services Authority is reporting a significant decline in compulsory vaccination for children. Nurse Marina Badu explains.
We still continue to have to immunize children with the childhood vaccines. And so the BVI had a history of boasting of a coverage of 98 to 100% coverage in our childhood vaccines. We have seen a great decline in the uptake of the childhood vaccines since the COVID virus started. And we've looked at different reasons why it happened. Initially, we say, okay, parents and guardians are afraid to come out because of the lockdowns that we had, preventing them from coming, the social gathering that we had social distancing, they were not coming to the clinics. And but now that we are in a decline where they have time now to go and do every other thing, they can take their children now to any of the clinics that they are used to have the children vaccinated. And especially now that school will be reopening, the children are required to be vaccinated for entry into school.
Remind me, my kids are all adults now, so I'm trying to remember those vaccines.
So we have
MMR.
The vaccine. We start with the diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, the varicella, which is against the chicken pox, and those are compulsory vaccines. So they need all of those vaccines for entry into school. We have had quite a few persons coming in refusing to have the children vaccinated because of the same COVID vaccines. And so we're trying now to see how we can get them to please continue the children's immunization at the various clinics.
Acting Interim Chief Executive Officer and Acting Chief of Staff, Dr. June Samuel, highlights some of the reasons why parents need to protect their children, especially now.
This issue about parents having their children vaccinated, we would be aware and we're mindful that there's now a resurgence of polio in the US. And there have been outbreaks of measles in the past as well. Now, it's a very international world. People move from one place to the next very easily. So one of the issues is if we let our vaccination coverage fall too low, then we lose the advantage of having the herd immunity. Okay, and we have to maintain that
introduction of the vaccine of the diseases that we already eradicated to come back again.
So that's something we don't want to have to deal with. Polio re-emerging in the
different
BVI.
places. We had 157 children in Africa, and out of those children, I think it was 100 of them, or 57 of them died from the polio.
So so it is something that we want parents to be mindful about.
Tune in to the big story at 7 p.m. today for more on this and to hear where we are and need to be as it relates to COVID-19.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
deliciously smooth.
Hey, you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Rapid growth and reliance on digital systems has opened new vulnerabilities, and additional layers of cybersecurity are required to combat sophisticated cyber attacks. Simply Secure's security management solution helps overcome these challenges. Our service includes 24/7 protection for network devices, computers and servers with automatic restoration, security audits, and penetration testing. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Contact us today.